This evening.
Very well, thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. To start with, talk to us about the rationale behind the energy constructing affordable houses in Windhoek's, informal settlements.
Okay, so the idea is to essentially alleviate the concept of shacks and to also give or provide affordable housing to our residents. So what the National Housing Enterprise is currently doing in partnerships with our other stakeholders such as the City of Windhoek, the Commerce Regional Council and the Ministry of Urban, we are removing the shacks and essentially just putting up an affordable housing unit for our clients. Yes.
Affordability of housing may be relative.
Totally.
It could be different for me than it is to you. So when you say affordable housing in the instance of these shacks, what are if you could perhaps give us, an idea of what pricing might look like concerning this?
Okay, on this program, we're looking at between 100,000 to 220. That now could be a one-bedroom to a two-bedroom housing. Yes.
Right.
So what happens here is the client or the interested client, they actually own the land, and we just put up the house.
All right. Who is eligible to apply for this initiative?
Any Namibian who resides in Windhoek predominantly, because that's where the focus is now. There are plans to go all over the country, but for now we're focusing on Windhoek. The idea is to construct 1,200 houses. We've already done 570. So that's why we are calling on the public that live in Windhoek or reside in Windhoek to please come and register so that they can also benefit from this program.
Of the 570 that's already been constructed, have some of them been occupied yet?
They're all occupied.
Occupied.
Yes, last week Monday we actually handed over 60 houses to the remainder that were in the system. So they are all occupied, and we're looking at wanting to employ or get more beneficiaries online to just come and be part of the program.
All right. Let's talk about the requirements needed to apply for this.
The first thing is, and I want to emphasize on this, the land must be legally yours. What does that mean? It must be in your name. So the earth or the plot that you reside on must be in Tuafi Shafombambi or Nina. It must be in your name. That's the first requirement. So we're also looking at, you must have a lease agreement or a title deed. And we also have a very interesting requirement where we say it's called the co-applicant requirement. What that means is, for example, we have some of our elders who cannot afford, but they own the land.
Right.
Yes. So what we are saying at the National Housing Enterprise is, let's say, for example, that elder has a son or a daughter who can actually assist them qualify, and because the project would say you must pay off your bond, for example, 20 to 25 years. So we are saying, let's say, for example, you're in your 40s or you're in your 50s and you qualify to be on the program, but obviously the years are not talking to each other.
Right.
So we can accommodate you. We want as many people as possible to be part of this program. Therefore, we put in that clause to say, let's look at the element of co-applicant. Let's see how many people can actually qualify on this program, be part of the program. Because what we've seen is, Nina, we have a lot of people who are living on this pieces of land and they're living in shacks. We want to do away with the shacks, and so we want more people to be part of the program.
Should you be an individual who qualifies for a house such as this, where do you go to apply?
You are more than welcome to come to our offices in Kadutura or essentially to the City of Windhoek.
And how long does the application process take?
It's very streamless. It really takes about 2 months just to get into the process and also to have your house constructed. But what we've also seen is some of the issues are the people, they believe or they come up with the documents that this pieces of land is actually theirs, only to find out through the deeds office that it's actually not theirs. So we really employ on the public to just ensure that they have the right documentation.
How do you verify that?
You actually go to the deeds office, yes, and they will be able to see that, because your title deed, that's why we are saying one of the requirements is you must have a title deed. The title deed must be in your name.
Must be in your name.
Yes.
All right. Some of the areas in the informal settlements are not fully serviced. Will the energy perhaps make provision for this?
That's why we have the City of Windhoek on board to just ensure that element is covered for. But we are predominantly focusing on service land. That also just makes the whole exercise very affordable. Hence the word affordable. In terms of if the land is already serviced, it just really becomes easier for the target market or for the client to say, okay, this is what I want on my house. I don't. For example, they're actually in the process where they can say, I don't want a geyser in my house. I don't want floor covering. You know, so it just makes it, it's really built or constructed to the client's needs.
Right,
Yes,
right,
that's
all
where
right.
the term comes in when you say it's relative. It is really relative in terms of what can I afford.
Tuafi, just as we round off our discussion, any final remarks and information you'd like to share that you've perhaps left out?
No, I feel like I would like to just let the public know that they are more than welcome to come and register. And actually, please come and register, because we really want to, as many people as possible to benefit. And really, the idea is to alleviate the concept of shacks and also to provide affordable and decent housing for our people. Yes.
Tuafi, thank you for your time.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Well, there you have it. We'll be right back after this short break. Do stay with us.
Thank you.